Talk to me good. Talk to me right. Talk to me nice. Talk to me good. Talk to me right. Talk to me nice. Talk to me good.
I understand. You still got that porn addiction?
You say what?
Do you still have a porn addiction? This is an intervention. I lied to you. I told you this was a interview or whatever. I lied. I deceived. You have a porn issue.
What do you call an addiction though? What's an addiction?
What's an addiction? Okay. Have you ever been late for work because you was getting money?
Absolutely, but that can't be the only thing that say it's an addiction.
No. That's first of all, everybody. Let me put it like this: porn is the #1 most. I think it might be the. Wow. Where's my lads? I'm gonna look at Google. It might be the #1 most visited site in the world, a porn site, right? Right. Does that sound Does that sound factual? We're gonna look this up. We'll go on Google, right? I think World Star's up there. I think World Star might be top 25, but whatever the top one or two is a porn site. So that tells me everybody getting money. Everybody's getting money. But what draws the line in the sand is people who are abusing it. People who are late to work. People who don't come out the house. They look pale. They have vitamin D deficiency because they don't go outside. You understand me? They're not getting any sunlight because, excuse me? They're abusing it. Let me see. Some guys aren't having sex with their ladies because they're so drained from fucking fuck all that. What is your preference of category of porn, Chico?
Hey man. First, you know what I mean? Can I address what you said?
Address it. This is an open conversation.
I do believe. I don't think you can abuse porn. You really only abusing your body. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you can't necessarily abuse porn, but yeah, I do believe it can be. You can have an addiction to it. You can have an addiction to a lot of things.
Do you think?
Do
you think watching porn is a sin?
No. Like.
I agree with you.
I mean, yes it is, but no. Who the fuck cares about sins anymore? My nigga, like, who talks about sin? Nigga, I ain't heard the word sin in so long, bro. I thought you was talking about Sin Santana, Joe Budden, bitch. Like, like, this nigga want to take it back, way back.
You know what? That further tells me that you really do have an addiction. Let me ask you a question. Are you watching Double Penetration yet?
Damn, Double Penetration, so 2008.
Okay.
I done graduated to nigga straight amateur, nigga. iPhone and Android footage, my nigga. Like if I don't see the phone drop while you hitting it from the back trying to get your POV, I don't even want to see it no more. I like seeing them little blemishes on your ass cracking shit.
Look, don't let me hold you. I done scrolled through a couple amateur joints, and I must say, I do have a what's the word?
Affinity for it?
Yeah, affinity. Yeah. It's just the realism. Like you could just relate. You know what I'm saying? The blurry screen and just the, you know what I mean? The everything that comes with that.
Check it.
What's up?
What made me start watching amateur is because like no homo, I seen a nigga with a 12.5er, 12.5 incher enter into this other porn star, and she didn't make a sound until it hit her subconscious like, oh, I'm supposed to be acting. Then she started with the hooping and hollering. I was like, oh, hell no. Like, that ain't no regular bitch. Like, no, I can't do this fake shit.
But I don't know. But nobody wants to watch porn with the little Peter Weeders smacking. Like, no, like, we want to see these whores getting killed. You know
ain't no Peter Weeder porn, nigga. That's probably a fucking Fetish porn, Peter Reader porn.
Look, I done came across some joints like, man, how this man get this job? Like, they didn't even look at his resume. He just walked in and said, listen, I'm ready. And then the camera was already rolling. They said, look, we can't waste the film, man. We already we gave him the deposit already.
The only Peter Reader porn that's out there is the home footage you done shot on your phone.
Oh my God. Once again, the retarded segment of the show just began. But let me ask you a question. Do you watch, they say that interracial is probably the biggest #1 selling category in porn right now. Do you agree? Matter of fact, why am I asking you, do you agree? Do you watch interracial porn?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I'm on some amateur shit, but like, bro, like honestly, porn can fuck your head up. Porn can fuck your shit up, bro.
Facts.
Nigga, one time I remember I had wanted to get my life right with God for about a week. Mm-hmm. So this was like back in the day, and I had threw all my little porn DVDs, Big Booty Bitches 27, 28, 29.
West Coast Production.
Big Black,
West Coast Production.
Yeah. Okay, my nigga. I threw all that shit away, right? I threw all that shit away in the trash outside, like in an apartment complex. Nigga, tell me why 2 hours later I was bored as fuck. I had just smoked like a little blill or whatever, and ran back to the trash. Nigga went dumpster diving for the porn I had just thrown away. That's when I knew I had a problem, but I didn't care.
This was before the internet? Well, yeah, I guess.
This was not necessarily before the internet, but all them free porn sites wasn't even popping like that, you know?
Yeah, you had to watch them little 30-second previews. Try to get money.
This was before free porn.
Yeah.
So check it. I think that shit can twist you. Like these kids growing up right now, like they watching porn. I think it's a good thing and a bad thing because, like, I've heard the argument that women ain't start watching porn until like the early 2000s. Like it was boys getting money to magazines and the HBO channel when your parents ain't have HBO, but you click to one channel and then you hurry up and hit recall, and then you can kind of see like the little Cinemax soft porn shit.
Right. Howard Stern. All
but that shit can skew your sexual relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would have never hit in the mouth if it wasn't for porn. I don't think I would have ever stuck my dick in a bitch booty hole if it wasn't for porn. You know?
Yeah, cause I had this little homie. He confided in me one time. He was saying that he having an issue getting it up. You know what I mean? When he with his little shorties or whatever. So I'm like, what you mean? He said, nah. He was being transparent. He said it's just that I feel like I'm inadequate. He ain't say inadequate, but he was saying he didn't feel like he was gonna measure up. So I had to kind of give him like a big brother. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of like, especially teenagers or grown boys who's getting sexually active, they think they start, because it ain't like you walking around seeing other dudes' jammies. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't know. Only thing you have to compare yourself to is these freaking pornos, these Mandingo warriors that you watch, and there's only a few of them in the whole world. That's why they doing porno. But if you measuring yourself to them, and you not 13-incher, you ain't some of these dudes that's in porn, you're gonna think that you're gonna come up short when you with a female. You know what I'm saying? So that would play on his mind. That would play on his head, and I just had to tell him, I'm like, listen, man, go ahead.
Nah, so basically you're saying that your little homie thought he had a little ass dick, and you basically told him, like, nigga, you watching too much porn. These niggas is like, these niggas in this position for a reason. Like, hey, see what your ladies say.
Why did you reiterate what I'm saying? Are you trying to say that I didn't make sense of what I was saying?
You made sense, but you said, like, coming up short, this and that. I just want to know, like, did your man think he had a little ass?
He might be watching this segment. Watch your mouth. That's a good friend of mine now.
Hey, little homie with the little homie. It's all good, man, as long as your ladies love you, as long as your bitches love you. You fine, my nigga. I have to get comfortable with it, man.
But even with porn, like you said, it did change. It did mess up a lot of men's minds because it's to the point now where like you said, you got to get a little extra in the bedroom now because of it. You know what I mean? Like you need the lights to be on. Why? Because we're visually just seeing this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more dark room sex unless you just two creeps, two little just Shrek looking people and you just been outcast. But no,
riddle body motherfuckers.
You know what I mean? But I mean, you watching? I think for a little while I was in the Pogs. I didn't even know what Pog meant. I didn't even know what the acronym stood for. I just knew what it was.
Stand for fat ass white girl. PHAT ass white girl.
That's what it really stands for?
That's what it stands for. Fat ass white girls. Yeah.
How do you pronounce it?
P with the PH. Fat ass white girl. It's just white girls with just black girl asses. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
And how do you enunciate? Like, what is it called? Paul?
It's the acronym, so we say Paul.
Paul.
Like Chico, he's into cuckold. You know what cuckold is?
What's a cuckold?
Cuckold is white men who let black dudes fuck their wives in front of them. Because they can't measure up. They dicks ain't big enough.
Wow.
To get to the point. So they just pay a black dude just fuck their white wife. And people pay for this. And Chico was into this for months.
Wow.
I would he'll let me borrow his phone. And I would look in his history. All it was cuckold, fuck my wife, you nigger, all this. You said, Chico's a freak.
Oh my god.
Chico.
You was in super BBW, like you was in the bitches. You weren't even in the porn where bitches was fucking. You just like the bitch just eating a banana split, Sunday, motherfucking a bitch eating 6 Big Macs. Like that's the type of shit you used to jack off to for a month, nigga. Don't hold the people, my nigga. Be honest, nigga. Live your truth.
Listen. I wasn't gonna see you throwing low blows now. I wasn't even gonna mention how you were in the Dorf porn for like a good hot 2 weeks. He likes seeing little midgets with big forehead just getting tortured. He was into that. Nah, but all jokes aside, I can't get into dominatrix. I was never in the,
that shit too weird for the kid.
I was never in the like. What about gangbangs? You was in the bang gangs? Bukkake?
Oh, definitely was in the gangbangs, bro. I was in the...
What is it about gangbangs that dudes just like seeing gangbangs? Would you consider that rape culture?
Nah. That ain't rape culture. It's more or less like, man, this bitch so live. I think that's why porn kind of like can fuck your head up. Is this bitch is getting paid to act, or if you watch an amateur, this bitch is fucking the nigga that she into, but it's just the fact that she seems so into it. I really think that's what's gotten men for the longest, because men have like we talk about women's inhibitions, but come on, men have way more inhibitions, in my personal opinion, than women do. You know what I mean? We got a lot on our shoulders too and shit, you know what I mean? Like with the expectations that's, placed before us at such a young age, like, and then we gotta please the woman on top of that, or we like the self-confidence to be okay if we can't perform all the time and shit.
Right. And then it's funny? It's funny, not to cut you off, but I even looked into it too. Sometimes the category of porn is dictated off your personality. Like guys who just don't have any real power in real life, they tend to watch porn when girls are just getting dominated, like spat on, choked out. You know what I mean? You making them gag and throwing up. They get into it like that. Why? Because their wives are super controlling and they don't wear the pants in their marriage. Or when they go to work, they're usually the worker and their boss is always telling them what to do. So, when they're in their little basement in their man cave, they're watching porn and just watching some female just getting dominated because that's what they would want to do in real life. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So I believe that too. Sometimes the category of porn that you watch is really a deep, what's the word, Chico? Deep inhibition that you may have?
Deep-seated inhibition or some shit like that. Like like something else coming out, something
like bukkake.
Something to your psychology.
Like bukkake.
Go ahead.
Like a bukkake. Like, why would you want to just sit there for for however long and watch a girl get jizzed on, splashed on by 50 regular dick dudes. I'm talking about like these dudes be regular dudes with the guts, with the hair on it. Just
I'm about to throw up.
They hold
I
their
can't even hear that word without throwing up.
Listen, but why would somebody sit there and just waste time watching that? She's not getting penetrated. It's just a bunch of regular dudes just coming all over her. What is that? Says something about you, especially if you into that. Like that says something about your character. It's something just.
You just want to see like 18 dicks getting jerked off over one chick. Like I don't necessarily know if that has something to do with you want to see the chick humiliated as much as like you want to see 18 dicks. I don't know. That's just me, but that's just my opinion. But you know, just to like kind of like go back to what I was talking about. I think that porn, if watched moderately and it's not an addiction, and I'm using air quotes, bunny ears, that it can help relationships in a way. It can help people. Like I think if there was no porn, certain people still would carry on their inhibitions, and we would like a lot of people would be more like reserved in the bedroom. But now that women are watching porn too, it's certain shit that they want to try now too. Like it's shit being revealed to them that they had no idea about. Shit that was talked about in dark corners or with 6 niggas in a weed spot playing Madden and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like now chicks is kind of like privy to this information, and they are able to better please their mate because, you know what I mean, they kind of seeing these other chicks doing this shit. But like niggas, like we're watching porn, bro. I definitely know it's like affected. Like, you know, I ain't gonna say necessarily my sex life, but it's definitely piqued my interest. You know, like a Pandora's box. Yeah. Like, oh, she like getting slapped. Oh, she like getting caught a bitch. Oh, like she like spitting her mouth, spitting on her face. Oh, so she like a finger in the ass. Yeah, but all that shit can be pleasurable too. You know what I mean, to a chick, and a chick that's not willing to at least try something. You know what I mean? Like some niggas is scared to ask they chick for like head or try something new. Like it's missionary and doggy every single time. Like that shit get old and boring. To be
truthful with you, I think men or whoever, even women, if you're addicted to it, just like you would fast with food, or you fast from, you know, junk food, or you fast with just spiritually, I think porn should be part of it too. I mean, I guess that falls under spiritually because you need that break. Because if you're sitting there watching all these fantasies getting lived out, you know, through porn, and you're on social media, you see all these girls naked. Because sometimes social media is like porn. Let's call it is what it is. It's been some times I'm on social media and I get super horny. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I just came on here just to see what was going on with my friends, families, and all that, but I end up getting horny. So I say that to say, when you keep constantly getting fed with that all day long, it skews you to the point where there's probably been moments where I'm sure you could relate where you almost didn't feel like having sex. You was like, man, listen, you don't want to fuck with me? Okay, whatever. Pornhub.com. You understand what I'm saying? Like, or some guys would choose that over. Yeah, or some guys would choose that over sex. So I just say all that to say, I do think, just like you would fast from anything else, you do need a break. Give your mind a break from seeing that. You know what I mean? Like have it replenish. Get your palate, like refresh your palate a little bit. You know what I mean?
So speak on that real quick. What benefits do you see in that? Like that's kind of interesting, bro. Like,
I mean, I think like
I want to follow you real quick because I kind of like see where you're going, and I kind of agree. Kind of like expound on that.
Well, all right. They say porn is the number one of the top most visited sites in the world. That means people are binging on it, and porn is on a whole nother level now. We just named some categories: pogs, cuckolds, bukkakis, interracial, all these. So if somebody's sitting at home and watching this all day long, you know what I mean, it's gonna take away from your real life. Just like if you're going to the fridge, I mean, you're going to fast food and that's all you eating is fast food, you're gonna lose nutrients after a while. You're not getting the right nutrients that you need. Your taste palette is different. So now when you eat spinach, it's different it's more disgusting because you used to eating Big Macs all the time. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're sitting there, if you're sitting there binging on porn, which all it is just money based, they're taking it to the next level for money because they know people are watching. Just like fast food, you understand what I mean? So if you keep binging on that, when it comes time for you to be with somebody that you really love, or your wife, or somebody that you have an affinity for, you kind of took away the steam because you just been feeding your mind with a lot of filth, just like you're feeding yourself with a lot of junk food. You understand what I'm saying? So I think it's important to give your taste palate a break from junk food, so you could experience what a banana and an apple tastes like, or you know what I mean, or veggies or fruits. You know what I mean? Get the like, oh, this is really refreshing. It's nutritional. Same thing with sex or with your lady. If you keep, like I said, if you keep watching bullshit, but you give it a break for a little while, that next time you see your lady or whoever you with, or whoever your partner is, they'll be that more just. You'll be that more hungry for them. You understand me? Because your mind just took a break from seeing that. So, does that make sense at all?
Man, that makes all the sense of the world, because there's definitely been times where, like, I had some pussy on the line, like, I could have went, you know, got the pussy, been out, but it's like, damn, I don't feel like driving for 15 minutes, I don't feel like boo, like,